Now, the province has to spend 100 billion rand over the next 10 years if it wants to replace its aging water infrastructure. According to the provincial water master plan, this also includes the building of new dams to meet the demand of its 54 municipalities. In the province's only metro, that's eThekwini, a total collapse of infrastructure continues to cause water outages. This morning, eNCA reporter Lethiwe Mdluli is in, or this afternoon, she is in eThekwini speaking to residents on life without water. She'll also speak to officials on why fixing the system seems unsurmountable. Lethiwe, of course, you have been covering this quite a lot in terms of what's happening in KZN and the infrastructure there. Of course, the floods last April making it worse. How far is government in terms of making sure that communities actually have access to clean, drinkable water?
Well, according to our government and also the eThekwini municipality, they are working hard to fix that broken down infrastructure, but residents are not happy, especially ratepayers. We spent this morning in Overport where we were speaking to residents, Masejo, about their continued water cuts and also the infrastructure that they're not happy about. And they took us to quite a few places around their area, showing us the sewage spills, the water leaks, and also the pipes that the municipality here in eThekwini hasn't repaired. And they are saying that it's been over 5 years of them complaining about the same thing. And I think it's quite interesting there to mention that eThekwini is one of the most expensive cities to live in South Africa. Residents here in eThekwini, they pay more rates, more than Joburg residents and also Cape Town residents. So they are saying that they don't see where these rates are going because they're not seeing the results, and they're seeing that the municipality has failed also to maintain the infrastructure, and this is why there's a lot of water leaks and also the sewage spills that we're seeing. But of course, the municipality is saying that due to the floods last year, there was a lot of infrastructure damage, and they've been working on a backlog. And unfortunately, because of the funding issue and also the fact that there's just a lot of damages that were caused by the floods, it's going to take some time to come back and fix this infrastructure. We spoke to the spokesperson of the eThekwini municipality, and she spoke a bit about the Overport area, saying that they are responding to the call out, and they're just asking for the residents to give them time to respond because there's a lot of areas that need to be attended to. When we spoke to her a bit earlier on, this is what she had to say.
The spill that we're talking about today is not from 5 years ago. The first report of that spill, we received it on the 2nd of July. That spill is an outcome of the recent heavy rains that we had 2 weeks ago in eThekwini. Our turnaround time to fix those spills is much quicker, but because we've had those heavy rains, there's a huge backlog of other spills in other areas. As we speak right now, a team is already working there to fix that. But it was reported on the 2nd of July, and today we are already fixing that spill.
And Lethiwe, for how long does government expect residents to accept? Especially, I remember you covered even residents in Phoenix. How long do they expect residents to accept that there's a backlog and then last year's floods made it worse? How long are they expecting residents to accept this as an excuse?
Well, Masejo, unfortunately, when we do push government to give us a time frame or a deadline as to when they will be done fixing all these issues, they never want to give out a deadline. I remember last week we were in Umlazi with the mayor of eThekwini, who had a meeting with residents there because they were also complaining about water issues. And when I pushed them for a deadline as to when they're going to fix some of the pipes that have been broken down, they just asked for more time and just patience because of the flooding. I think that's their response to everything that whenever we ask them about ongoing water cuts or water issues or the broken down infrastructure that needs to be maintained, they always mention the floods. But also when I spoke to residents, they raised a very important issue about the quality of drinking water here in eThekwini. They are concerned that it's not safe, and they are saying from now on they're going to be staying away from drinking their tap water and just resort to buying the water. But when I spoke to Lindiwe Kuzwayo a bit earlier on, she did assure residents that the water is quite safe, and they have been doing testing regularly where they call in experts, and they have been assured that the water is safe, and they're saying that residents should not have an issue with this because experts are saying that everything is fine. When we spoke to Lindiwe a bit earlier on about this as well, this is what she had to say.
Our water is 100% safe to drink. even independent experts from DUT have declared our water safe to drink. It is tested on an ongoing basis. It is tested regularly. We use it ourselves. eThekwini tap water is 100% safe to drink.
All right, eNCA reporter Lethiwe Mdluli live for us there in Durban. Thank you. Let's leave it there for now.